That's a little creepy. Okay, that just is a little on the creepy side. It's making me a little uncomfortable. Jimmy Dore. Jimmy Dore used to work with the Young Turks. Some of you might not even be familiar with who Jimmy Dore is. To be honest, I wasn't too familiar with him either. This is Jimmy Dore, kind of a creepy looking fella, if I do say so myself. And this guy, he is always looking for ways to criticize the left, and in really dipshittery ways too. He was behind that whole force the vote thing where they said you should hold Nancy Pelosi's vote hostage unless she passes some kind of a Medicare for all policy, which would, one, never work. Two, it would risk giving up Nancy Pelosi's position to, now granted Nancy Pelosi sucks, but I kind of think a Republican would probably be worse at this point. It was just all around so stupid. And then he tried to say that, like, AOC was an idiot for not doing that or whatever. It was so cringe. And then apparently he was, like, spazzing out, getting all mad and triggered because AOC wouldn't come on his, like, shitty little podcast. Recently, he took it up a significant notch, all right? He started to get a little spicy in all the wrong ways. This dude essentially admits to sexually harassing Anna Kasparian when he worked at the Young Turks. And it is all around disgusting and creepy. And what's even funnier, well, not funny, but what's even worse is the fact that this guy's pretty much making all of the cliche sexual harasser, creepy uncle arguments.
She did this to me. She said this, a DM to me last night. The last DM she sent me was April 14, 2016. Watching you guys kick ass right now. That was her last DM to me. But here's how she's trying to threaten me. And I'll tell you why this is a big mistake on her part. She says, I'm sure you remember when you constantly made inappropriate comments about how sexy you found me at work and even felt the need to ask me where I shop for my jeans so you can buy a pair for your wife so she dresses better.
That's a little creepy. Okay, that just is a little on the creepy side. It's making me a little uncomfortable.
That
was his wife in the background?
That was followed. That was followed by an apology card you wrote me for the degrading harassment. I've been holding back, letting you run your mouth nonstop as if you're some sort of warrior for what's good in the world. That's going to change.
I don't really think that this is any kind of like a blackmail threat or something. All she's saying is she's not going to hold back from talking about the way that she was treated by this guy when she worked with him. Think what you will about Anna Kasparian. I'm not particularly fond of the woman either. It's obvious, and it's going to be obvious when you see the way this guy reacts, that Anna is in the right by more or less making this kind of behavior known.
So now she's, instead of saying I'm paid by the Russians or saying I'm working for Assad, she's now going to try to pretend I sexually harassed her when I was at the Young Turks.
I mean,
so I remember I did ask her about, I want to buy a pair of jeans like that for my wife. Apparently that's offensive to her. I don't know if you ever watched the Young Turks, but all they talk about in the second hour when I used to be there was the most outrageous sex stories in the world.
So what? Because she talked about sex, it's okay to sexually harass her? What? He goes on, though. He continues. It gets worse. But yeah, that's not an excuse at all. Because they talked about sex, then it's okay to make sexual comments directed at her about her? Really? No? That's kind of a weird leap, isn't it? Now, my dude? Jimmy, no.
And I'll tell you this story. The story about that was followed by an apology card you wrote me for degrading harassment. Anna Kasparian used to dress when I worked there unbelievably inappropriately for a newsroom. She looked like she was going to a rave. The skirt.
Okay,
one time-
so probably goes without being said. What the fuck is this? This is like the most cliche. This is like a 1980s sexual harassment excuse. Jimmy, I don't know where you've been, my dude, but I'm pretty sure we've kind of evolved past this now. What is this Neanderthal thinking? Well, she used to dress really inappropriately. Just say it. So what? Also, it's a little bit interesting how he's now making an excuse, right? Saying she used to dress inappropriately when the previous segment we saw, he mentioned her jeans. So it's obvious that no matter how she is dressing, whether she's wearing jeans or whether she's wearing a skirt that he deems inappropriate, he's making these inappropriate comments directed towards her. Even this little bit we've seen, it's obvious that there's a pattern of behavior here. This is so fucking disgusting. Why is Hunter so effeminate? Why don't you talk to me on Discord, buddy, and we'll see how effeminate I am.
Unbelievably inappropriately for a newsroom. She looked like she was going to a rave. The skirt, one time she came into the newsroom with a skirt so short. It wasn't a pencil skirt. It was like a fluffy one, too, but so short that she bent over in front of me, and I literally saw her ass and her thong. She's wearing a thong. I literally saw it. Everybody saw it. And I go, hey, Anna, nice news skirt. And everybody laughed. Like, they laughed louder than I thought they would.
So these are like the arguments of a child. It's okay because everybody laughed. Lol, it was okay because she was dressed inappropriately. It was okay because she was wearing jeans.
Laughed. Like, they laughed louder than I thought they would. And so it humiliated her. She got humiliated in the middle of the newsroom.
Well, yeah, when you're pointing something out about someone's clothing in an inappropriate way, especially when it sounds like you have a pattern of behavior like this, yeah, sounds like that might be a little unsettling there. Listen, I don't know about any of you, but if I ever walked into a newsroom wearing a short skirt and this guy made a comment about it, I'd be pretty embarrassed too.
And I did it. And I felt bad. At that time, we were friendly. And I was just busting her balls, right, for dressing like that in a newsroom.
You're not busting her balls, dude. You're making fun of her, publicly embarrassing her. And yes, sexually harassing her.
Bend over and show me your ass. I think that's a little... I'm not offended, but I think that's a little risque.
This is the
Imagine if I
cringiest
did that.
Dude, this is like a cliche. This could be used in like one of those little DVDs that all the employees are forced to watch. Understanding workplace sexual harassment. I mean, this guy is dropping all the cliche arguments. She was dressed inappropriately, bruh. Everybody was laughing, dude. How old is this fucker? This bitch is 55 years old. Jesus.
Walked around showing my ass to everybody. So when I did that, so she got really mad. She got humiliated. Her face turned red. She tried to insult me back, and it just fell flat. And she looked, bad. And I felt bad for her. I didn't want to make her feel that, but I just wanted to make a little joke
in front of everyone. Right.
All I
Got
said
it,
was,
buddy.
"Hey, Anna, nice news skirt," and everybody in the newsroom, because everybody saw how inappropriate she used to dress.
See? Listen how he's not even making a coherent case for himself. I was just busting her balls. It was just supposed to be a little joke, that's all. But everybody knew that she was dressing so badly. Which one is it, dude? Did you sincerely think she was dressing inappropriately and needed to be called out in front of everyone? Or are you going to keep being a pussy about it, beating around the bush, refusing to fully admit it, claiming that, I was just busting her balls, it was just a joke? What a piece of shit.
And everybody saw it. And So that's why it got such a huge laugh, and she was so humiliated. So I felt bad for her. So the next day, I wrote her a card saying, "Hey, I'm sorry. I won't do that again. That was inappropriate. You don't have to worry about that happening again. I won't comment on your clothes anymore." I should have said, no matter how fucking ridiculous,
You mean you'll stop commenting on her thong?
on her thong that I could see. Max, where would you like to take the
Look at this
conversation?
guy. The next guest comes on. Look at his face. He's like, whoa. This is above my pay grade. All right, Jimmy, please don't. Please stop. Just, oh my God. What a creepy fucking dude. This guy's definitely the uncle who thinks it's appropriate to touch their family member's ass. It was just a joke. I was just lolling. In case there's anybody watching that thinks that wasn't a big deal, then you think wrong. Oh yeah, shit. This is a little bit kind of, I don't want to get too deep into this because it's not really guilt by, well, it could be guilt by association, but like the Daily Stormer is sharing Jimmy Dore's content. The white supremacist website. As I was saying, dudes, don't act like that, okay? Don't do it. It's fucking gross. He actually thinks because he just said it out loud, because he's just laughing about it there, that it somehow makes it not what it was, which was sexual harassment. What a fucking idiot.